Welcome back to Amy Kardashian and the Expert Show. We are here with Vince Martin. We're talking about a subject that I'm very, very passionate about. And it's very important for all of us to learn and grow from that, because we together can make a difference in the world when we understand when things happen to our life, how we can change them. So this is very important, really, interview. One of the most powerful, I think, interview I'm having is today. I'm so interested in this subject. So we're talking about epigenetics. Epigenetics. And you were explaining to us how that works in our body and how genetically we carry on. So please take it from there.
Yeah, so getting back to that. So I guess the premise of understanding epigenetics is to understand your attitude. So therefore, if you don't want to be sick, if you want better health, if you want those things in your life, you want your life to be better, then let the attitude prevailing within you affect your life. So it gets down to where it comes down to, it's all about attitude.
Recognizing your attitude.
Because when you understand that consciousness and energy is the nature of reality, and basically what that means is that our thoughts create our reality. So if our thoughts can create our reality, then our thoughts can also make us sick.
Absolutely.
You know, our thoughts, there's so many things that they can do. So you really have to guard your thinking. And this is
like this guard.
Yeah, you
your
have to
thinking.
Guard.
You have to watch your thinking, what you're thinking about.
Let me tell you just how powerful we are that a lot of people don't notice because they don't understand who they truly are on the inside. But we have this thing back here called the reptilian brain.
Yeah.
And the reptilian brain is sort of the guardian.
Right here at the base of the skull.
It's sort of the guardian at the gate. It knows everything that we've created based upon our thinking for the next 10 years. But let me tell you something else it does. It stops destructive thoughts from getting into the body. This is just how powerful you are, and this is just filter. This is just how important it is.
Protect you.
Do you know that if the reptilian brain was not there and you had a thought of suicide and it was not there to filter that thought from getting into the body, do you know that that thought would enter into the body? Your body would wither up and die because it would have thought it failed you.
How powerful your thoughts are. Just stop and think about this. How powerful our thoughts are. It can make us sick or make us better. So how a person been doing this for years, take it from their parents and grandparents, and they have it. So basically start recognizing it first.
What we need to understand is that what they have is that they have a genetic memory, but it only turns on, the bad stuff only turns on if you have the same thoughts or attitude, getting back to attitude that the parents have.
So we are still in control.
You are still in control.
That's the good news.
So therefore, when you're talking about epigenetics and epigenetics directing the DNA sequences and the genetics, then what's directing the epigenetics? It has to be you. It has to be your thoughts. It has to be everything. Everything around you is a reflection of your reality within.
Absolutely. I love that. So what we're saying here is, which I believe, that we have the control of stopping it. Is that correct?
Yeah, of turning off the bad cells.
And saying, get away from me.
Yeah, saying that, I'm going to be healthy.
Yeah.
This is my mantra, is that I want to live a life of health. I want a better life. If you want a better life, then focus on the things that you want to have. Focus on the things that you want to come into your life. See, I think the reason why he made the statement about epigenetics and the role that it has played in African American lives is because when you think about social engineering, when you think about social consciousness, And we're all up under social consciousness on a daily basis. You know, your whole focus is making sure that your family is fed, that you have clothing, you have a roof over your head. So if you're so focused and steeped into this consciousness and your lifestyle, when do you ever have time to truly be free, to let go, to be God? When do you have time? Because everything is bombarding your thoughts. Everything is bombarding
taking over
your consciousness. So it never really allows you an opportunity to reach those heights of spirituality and finding the true nature of who you are on the inside.
Would you think of it as like a disease that we have to really recognize and be able to face it and say, okay, now I know what's happening here. I need to change my thoughts, and I need to stop that, you know, and put a stop on it. Because would you agree, most people, they're comfortable where they're at, and the unknown, the fear of unknown to change, and they don't believe that's going to happen to them. The belief system saying no matter what you do, no matter how much positive you think, it's still life is going to hit you somewhere. They find a way to be negative.
Well, I think what it is that when you think about the term social consciousness, it's the collective consciousness of the whole. And so you think about society and what you're being bombarded with on a daily basis. When do you have time to truly be great?
Yourself, yeah.
When do you because you're being bombarded with so much negativity. They're doing everything, you know that I'm a conspiracy, I don't say conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy fact person. So that I know that, yes, when they talk about the cabal, when they talk about the powers that be, collectively as a whole, what are they doing to keep us divided? To keep us fighting amongst ourselves. Like I said, if you think about the chemicals that's in the food, you think about the fluoridation that's in the water, we're being bombarded with so much. And so you mentioned disease. Disease is a term that really means dis-easement in the body, pent up energy.
Yes, I never heard that before.
So
that's
if
nice.
you can correct that energy flow, then you can more or less eradicate that disease. And maybe sometimes what happens is people say, well, okay, if you change your habits, you change your eating, the way that you eat, then those diseases sometimes go away. But what has truly happened when you did that? You had an attitude adjustment.
Absolutely.
You changed. And let me say something about...
Okay, when we come back, we're going to go to a very short commercial, and we will be right back with more with Vincent.
Okay.
Are you frustrated and wasting time searching for high-quality education and entertainment and not finding it? Stop wasting your time. We've got your solution. Our 3 dynamic and unique online TV shows provide you with high-quality and easy-to-find content. Everything from business skills and self-development to book and movie reviews and everything in between. At akexpertstv.com, you'll find high-quality experts in their field in one place at no cost to you. Visit www.akexpertstv.com today.
We are back with Vince Martin, and now we're going to continue the nice conversation we're having, but he's going deeper. I hope we have enough time. We're going to have you back here again.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go into how you got your body.
Genetically, what's the genetic makeup of your body and why you came through into the body that you were in, since we were on epigenetics and genetics. Yeah. And I want to read your quote from... This is from a book called The Mystery of Birth and Death, and it was written by Rantha. And in it, here's what he stated. He says, "We are drawn to a genetic pool that is no greater than the question we ask. Why should that not have continuity to it? God only knows what you know. God only knows what you know. Why should you be drawn to a genetic pool that knows more than you? You're not going to be. You will only manifest in reality, whether it's atomic structures, cellular biology, whether it's environmental, or whether it's thought ideas. You're only going to manifest what you're equal to and what accommodates the learning here. So now, then you're born and you want to think about your body. You're going to be drawn to a genetic pool that's going to allow you to continue your learning process and to grow spiritually. So therefore, in essence, we don't choose our parents. The genetics of our parents somewhat chooses us, and we come through because that's going to give us the greatest amount of growth in this lifetime.
Wow. Okay.
And when you think about genetics, and remember earlier I said we wear the emotions of our parents.
Absolutely, I believe that.
Now, listen to what else he says. He says, now then you are born, and I want you to know, you think about your body. You are born exactly with the genetic body that is the utility to match and to work through your altered agenda, your comma, your lesson, finishing it. Now, this is quite amazing because then we begin to look at bodies and it becomes very clear who chose what and for what reason. Everything is a story. Ulterior motives can be seen in the body, literally, can be seen in the body. Attitude.
Wow.
So it still comes back to attitude.
The attitude comes back.
But
so attitude have a lot of power.
It has a lot of power.
It has a lot of power.
And it has that power in directing epigenetics, the role that it plays in our life.
So epigenetic directs everything.
Directs all of the DNA.
Directing
the
the epigenetics.
Exactly.
And when you understand that, then you could direct the epigenetic to turn on the good part that you want to live a great life.
That you want to live a great life because then now you know that it's all about the prevailing
attitude. If you want to live a great life, that's where the attitude is. Some people think they want to live a great life, but they're enjoying the journey of having a good life, so they could complain about it.
Yes.
Right? Or something, the attachment.
Yeah, and see, what we should be striving for is a better life for all.
Yeah.
And if we can raise the awareness of one person, it lifts the social consciousness of all of our beings.
Absolutely.
You know, and under God, we're all one and the same.
See, I don't feel this is an interview because I feel this is conversation we're having. I'm just enjoying the conversation with you because it's just amazing how important this is to your life. And having a guest like Vince is just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, can you give us your information because we're almost out of time?
What information do you want?
How to connect with you? If you had,
they can connect.
Had a show.
Well, most people they can connect with me through Facebook.
Okay.
My website is not up right now, and I don't know. You know, some people have been asking me to get back into radio.
Yeah,
I've thought about it.
I want you to get back to radio.
Yeah,
because you're
I know,
amazing.
and I know you want me to consider doing a show. So
Yeah.
I've given that some thought. But Amy, my God, it takes me an hour to drive
Takes
over.
time. I know that.
But you know what? It's great being on your
we
show.
need people like you. So.
And it's thank you for having me back.
Well, thank you for coming back. I think you should come back. Should be part of your show right here, right? Because you bring a lot of good information, and I really, really love that about you. You're very deep spiritually, and you want to help the other people to see light through darkness, because that's what it is. We're going through some darkness, and then you want to give them light for that.
Yeah, you always find the light. Find the light within you, and let yourself be a light unto the world.
Yes. Well, thank you again for being here with me.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being with us. Until next time, focus on your purpose.